everybody. Welcome back to our GAMA Trade Show 2016 coverage. I am Z Garcia. I am here with Patrick from Crash of Games, formerly Crash Games.
Tell me a little. It's Patrick of Nickel.
Patrick of Nickel.
Just to clear that up.
From Crash of Games.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about that name change. What's going on there?
So the name change is actually a silly reason, but we are, for those that don't know yet, we are excited to announce we are a Geek Chic company.
Yes.
And so the Crash Games AZ URL wasn't going to work real well. And so we couldn't, Crash Games was not available to get, so mostly driven by a URL, so Crash of Games. And that's what the whole company was started as, a Crash of Rhinos, a Crash of Games. So
right.
That makes sense. People will eventually get over the It's mostly Chris Leader from Roll For It that'll struggle.
Okay.
But we'll move past that.
And you have a new logo as well, which I'm seeing there on your shirt. Yeah, I think we got it.
Yeah, you got
Hope
that.
you got a close-up of that.
No.
All right, so let's take a look at some games. What have you got coming up?
Well, so that's a great thing to transition into. So we have an actual brand now. Like that's weird. Like before I was just like, oh, I want to make games that are fun. I don't want to pigeonhole myself, and that's all well and good, but it can be really confusing because then people don't know what to expect.
Okay.
So Crash of Games now, our focus is light to medium games that are very easy to get to the table, and but a very difficult audience that we're going for. We're going for a wide range of people. So I want someone that doesn't play games at all and people that play games all the time to be able to enjoy the same game. And that's not an easy task to accomplish. So we really believe in games like Fish Frenzy and games like Pirate Den and games like Backyard Builder's Treehouse, which is not here on the table. I get the PPC later today, but not in time for the interview.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
But we've got Fish Frenzy.
Fish Frenzy.
Which is very cute from the looks of it. I love the artwork on these cards.
This is the very, very talented Kwanchai Maria. He is a fantastic artist that I had the pleasure of working with on the kids deck for Dead Drop. And so this is designed by Brett J. Gilbert of Elysium fame, the SDJ nominated game last year. And it is a fantastic game of set collection and an auction. And so much like, Pirate Den was a great entry for people to play and kind of learn a bluffing game and a deduction game, but super approachable with meaningful decision and engaging gameplay, right? I don't want to sacrifice ease of play for it just to be auto decisions, right? I don't want people to be like, oh, this is easy, and I don't have a decision to make.
Okay.
So Pirate Den, there is meaningful decision. In Fish Frenzy, there's meaningful decisions too. So in Fish Frenzy, you are trying to collect the most of the different fish, but you got to watch out for the crabs because crabs are worth minus points. So great art, great components. This is just wrapping up manufacturing, and everything you see here is pretty much what you'll see, except the box wrap is a prototype, so everything's kind of just slightly off. I'm not quite good. Our team did a great job of getting us a show-off version ready.
Of course, yeah.
So if you're a fan of quick games that play really, really well and have actual meaningful decisions, but you don't have to spend like 45 minutes in the rule book, or a game that you could play with your grandma when she comes over after, her bridge club.
Then she can play some Fish Frenzy.
Yeah, or
with
your Twilight Imperium fans. The whole gambit, the entire audience.
Very cool. Very nice. All right, what else have you got? So, when is this coming out, by the way?
This will be coming out at the end of Q2, so it's just wrapping up, or going into manufacturing now. We've got through all the file process, and so I'm thinking like June, July.
Okay.
And also what we don't have here to show is our Backyard Builder's Treehouse. This was a reskin of Yardmaster Express with some fantastic art from French artist Vincent Dutrot, who did Discoveries, New York 1901. If you've seen the yellow version,
so
are
you going to basically get the artwork that Yellow was able to put out in Europe, and you are putting it out yourself?
Yeah, we were able to purchase the art for Tout Le Hout, and we were able to purchase the art for Aramini Circus. So we'll be launching that reskin version of Yardmaster.
Right, and Yardmaster Express, which is the other one. Okay.
Different names. Bad mistake. Probably the worst mistake I've made as a publisher after Council of Verona with how I kind of bungled Yardmaster Express. But I'm going to make that whole.
Okay.
I'm going to redeem it.
Cool. So June, July on this, and I see over there a trick-taking game. Trick-taking game, okay.
Well, I think it's trick-taking, but Eric Martin's going to give you some pushback
I often
on that.
do get that when I call something a trick-taking game.
Yeah, so
I think I'm fairly well-versed with trick-taking.
I think you are.
Thank you. Get that on camera, right?
Yeah. We won't talk about it.
All right, tell me what we got.
This is, this actual thing in my hand is Pimal Flamen from Pegasus Spiel. We will be releasing it here in North America as Plums. And so it is I love it.
I'll be able to pronounce it now.
Yeah. You don't have to roll the hard F, Flamen. And you don't have to spit on yourself when you say it. The German language is a beautiful, beautiful language. Lots of vowels. Lots of consonants, actually. So this is Plums. And I'll call it a trick-taking game, but I think it's a super fantastic, very nerdy trick-taking game where you're playing cards and whoever wins the trick gets their pick of the 4 because they all have different powers on them that add into a set collection aspect. And the really neat thing is if you're not confident, let's say, in a trick-taking game, you're like, oh, these are cruddy cards. I'm not going to be able to win this trick. There are pie cards. 3.14. Pi Day was yesterday.
That's almost meta.
It was almost so meta. We should have done this interview and then flash forwarded. But you can play a number of those in addition to the card you play. So if I have a 10 and I play it with the pie card, it's a 13.14.
Correct.
Oh, it's so fantastic. And I fell in love with the game after picking it up in Essen, and I had a lot of friends asking where they could get it. And there was a forum on BGG, and they're like, "Oh, we're not." We don't have any partners yet. And I'm like, So we have partnered with Pegasus Spiel to bring it over, and we're super excited. And that, I think, is on the boat on its way over from Germany.
Okay, yeah. Very nice. So we should be seeing that one even sooner then.
Yeah, but we'll be releasing them pretty much all at the same time. Okay. We'll let the other stuff kind of catch up.
Got it. So June, July still for Plums.
June, July, yeah, because I don't know exactly the delivery date, and I don't want to commit to anything with ports and boats and customs, and that's a hairy business.
Perfectly understandable. Great. Yes. So anything else you want to talk about? Are we good here?
There are a couple things I'd like to talk about.
On camera? I got to make sure with this guy.
Should we cut? Yeah, I should come with a 30-second delay. No, that's pretty much it. We're really, really excited for and that's not an empty platitude. Our team is legitimately excited for the future. To have a focus is really awesome, and that's what having a team and being a part of something that's bigger than yourself. Daniel is my right-hand man. I got a great boss, Peter. The creative team and the marketing and all the things that Geek Chic provides is an amazing opportunity for Crash of Games, and really to be able to grow. I think that people are going to really like what we have coming out, and I know it's going to take some time for people to be like, oh, what is this? But I think in about a year, people will be really excited about what we pick up. So.
All right. Sounds good, Patrick. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us. This guy, he's a hugger. What can you do? He's a hugger.
I love this
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you next time.